Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video let's take a look at an amazing day in the stock market. Everything is just turning around, and most of the stocks, as we'll take a look at in this video and as we have been taking a look at in all these videos so far, we already were seeing these early signs of turn around, especially on Tesla. Look at this beautiful move we are getting today. Also AMD, loving it guys. So let's talk about all of that in this video. So we'll talk about Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, SMCI, and S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. And with the members, as usual, 50 plus stocks coverage I'll be doing there. Check out the details in the description of this video if you are interested in 50 plus stocks coverage, and also the trading tools which you will get to see in this video. If you are interested to have access to those as well, check out the details in the description of this video. Now, Tesla. Before going further, I also want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. So Tesla is looking really awesome. And I mentioned that 275 is the near-term target on this thing. 200 days moving average, we are approaching there. But as I have been saying that on daily interval, the move has started. Let me show you my tool as well. On the daily interval, you can use my tools on all time frames, intervals on all stocks. As I said, you can check out the details in the description of this video if you are interested. Now on Tesla, we turned already bullish right up from this last very day. And look at this move. Now we have been bearish on this thing for quite some time, and I have been saying that, guys, this was a short play. Look at the beautiful move. My tool is turned on right now. That's why it's so easy to understand. And then this is the bullish move that has started. You are already making money on the bullish side. And also not just that, this was a confluence together with this, all the area that I have been mentioning here. A good price action has been building at an important zone with double bottom stabilization, and things have been just ripping up. If you have used my tools, you are doing great on day trading as well. If you have access to them, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna show across all the intervals. You already know if you have access to the tools. Day trading was amazing on all the stocks today, just like always, right? But today was like no stopping it, right? Now, from here, what to watch? Well, we are approaching, as I said, 200 days moving average, very close there, right? From here, well, though we are just bullish, there is a possibility of some price reaction happen here. Now, either we're just going to break straight through it, which if we do, it tells us that buyers are in just full-on control. And even if, let's say, we slow down a little bit here, any pullback is just going to be a pullback. I'm not too worried right now, as long as we can even hold above 265. Any pullback until then is just fine for me, right? Hourly interval, look at the straight climb. At this point, as I said, yes, 265 until then. If any pullback comes, that's still fine. It's not a problem for me. All right, things will be, we can take a look at the 4 hours as well. I'm going to say the same thing. Pullback until 265 is fine. Not too worried. Even if, let's say, Tesla sells off, near time weakness can come below 265, but 251 is still an overall structure, really good support. So that swing short play that I showed you on the daily interval is done and done, over 220, that zone. Until there it was the short play, that's it. Now structurally we have already started the move to the upside on Tesla, and as we can stay above 275, breakout above 200 days moving average, the next room is definitely level by level 3 or 4, but 326 it has started to open up the doors until there. So Tesla is looking just great, just awesome, loving the price action, unstoppable. Any pullback, as long as we hold above 265, even in the near term, we are just fine. Even if we lose that, all is not lost. Weakness is only until 252 so far. As if we stay in the strength, we need to look at least 265 above just for the upside. Pullbacks, as long as they come, they'll be just a pullback. As long as we stay above 265. So that's Tesla, a really good price action, right? Let's take a look at Nvidia. Now, Nvidia is fine, but it's a little bit getting slow for sure. right? Like if you'll once we'll take a look at AMD, things will get very clear in the picture. Nvidia though is holding still that pivot, right, on the bullish uptrend, which is great. Not fully out of the woods yet. It's still holding that structure uptrend, okay? And that's what I said today, that as if we can stay above 118, look for a continuation of an uptrend. Only bearish move, I would say, break of the structure will be below 115 or that 200 hours moving average. I'm on the hourly interval now. And yes, technically intraday is still the same. What I'll say, take it only intraday right now still so far, but it's also in the bullish structure. As long as it can hold through above 119 and 40 cents, Nvidia technically still is in an upward structure. Okay, so that's Nvidia. It's simple to trade. I would still take it just intraday play. It's definitely still in that, the lower channel. So that's why I'm telling you, just take it as a near-term trade, and intraday is the best way to trade it that way, right? Okay, AMD, guys, beautiful price action on AMD. As we are already bullish, again, if you have access to my tools, we already turned the structure bullish over here. And I already mentioned that this thing is looking good. It has a room to continue higher. Now, today also, well, as we just broke the level to the upside, this was another level break to the upside, 108. We tested the next significant level at 114. My tools marks all these levels automatically for you, right? And at this point, any pullback is just a buy, guys, as long as we can hold 20 and 50. When we have a huge, gap down here, after such a massive gap up and a strong move, like AMD was, guys, undeniably unstoppable, right? Like let's go to the 5 minutes interval, right? And let me turn on my another tool again. On 5 minutes for day trading is where 5 minutes and 3 minutes comes helpful. I have my tool turned on. Without my tool, it's like, okay, where to buy, where to sell, no idea, right? Let's turn on my tools. We stayed above the cloud. This was just such a bullish start on the stock. Like it didn't even touch down there, right? And just continued up straight today. Now, when we have such a strong move, one of the days, next day a pullback is possible, right? But in such cases, it's not bearish. Near-term cool-off can come, but structure is not bearish. In this cases, use like 20 hours moving average and so forth for a potential just a pullback to complete itself, and that will be just fine on AMD. Now, I want to take you to the weekly interval as well on AMD because we are approaching now 200 weeks moving average. Okay, now this is a very critical point because if we can get above 200 weeks moving average, that's like awesome. There is a possibility that it may start to a little bit slow down, but it's a good start on the weekly interval now. And as long as overall we can still stay above 108, even on the weekly interval, we are just fine. That will start to show us a potential of inverted head and shoulder. So AMD is technically long term, just looking fine back again, and we are back up in the climb. Eventually 132 is a possibility, as we'll see how much momentum continues, but 132 is the near-term possibility. SMCI is a little bit unfortunate today, is a little bit slow mover, while some of the stocks have really climbed. It's even negative as compared to the last trading day, right? From its price, it's still holding the structure though. It's still holding a bullish structure and technically still in the bullish structure. We just need to stay above $38 area, that blue box below. But as the momentum is a little bit still slowing on this, guys, and near term, we need to hold above $40.88 or $40.90 area, right? That's an important part. Now, if with the market going up and it's slowing down, it's a little bit of problem. I did sell some SMCI today in my portfolios just for the reason that it didn't participate with the market. So it just didn't sit well with me that way. And that's why a little bit sized down my position on SMCI in some of my portfolios, and in some of my portfolios I sold out fully SMCI. Just sharing my opinion, okay? But it's still technically still holding the structure, but just because it's not participating with the market breadth, right? It's a little bit, I'm a little bit unhappy, right? So that's the only reason, but it's still holding the structure. And $40.90 still the level. As we stay above it, near term above that, we should still be looking for an uptrend. Technically, pullbacks, rebounds, or sorry, pullbacks should be looked as long as we're above that. For our bias should be upside. Okay, Nasdaq 100, a really good pump, just because as we took a look at, things are looking great. Now, oh well, I didn't mention, because tariffs, Trump says that, he would be giving some flexibilities, some maybe exclude some countries from tariffs and all that stuff, right? So that's a positive news for the market. Now, definitely we are getting at to this level, zone of structural sentiment change for me. Technically, my sentiment, this is a uptrend play for sure, near term. If you have my tools, you already know. Let me show you here as well on Nasdaq 100, and you know that this was a bearish play, and this is where structure has started to turn bullish again. So, but it's a near-term sentiment bullish play for me. Okay, I still want to see overall getting above this blue box, that is from $495 to $500 before I full on again turn my sentiment to bullish. Otherwise, yeah, it's a near-term uptrend for sure, and it's still in that place. As long as it can still hold above 485, it's still fine. S&P 500, very similar. It's actually better because it's already looking like it want to break out above that 200 days moving average, and as we can stay above now tomorrow 574 or 575 to put it simply, above that you should look for a bullish play. Now yes, there is a likelihood we have a huge gap down here that it can come down, but that's just going to be a pullback right now. At this point though, even though it's getting very close to full on bullish, for me it's not going to be overall bearish now as long as we stay above 559. Yes, if we start to lose below, come down, it's near term intraday weakness, but that'll just be a pullback for me, because overall as long as we can now hold above 559, I would consider it fine unless something really breaks. Okay, so market is stabilizing back again, and it's looking better again. So okay, that's all I had for you guys in this video. I'll be talking with the members, other 50 plus stocks coverage, a lot of the plays I talk over there. You can check out the details in the description of this video for that, and also trading tools if you want them. Check out the details in the description of this video. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.